this is Aromie here. Welcome back to Red Embrace Hollywood. We are here, back from our little mission. The Glimmer Hotel lobby welcomed my return with warm lamplight, but the second I stepped inside, the desk clerk hastily motioned me over, offering me the telephone and a scribbled phone number. Apparently, Charisse was traveling and couldn't receive my report in person, so I had to ring up her hotel. Yes, Charisse Locke speaking. Her voice crackled sharply at me, brisk as ever. Who is this? The girl who just splashed around in shit water for you. What? Michiko, is that you? Are you incapable of reading others like an adult? For goodness sakes. I could practically hear the sound of her eyes rolling. I assume you found the agent then. Give me the details of your report. I'm gonna tell her everything. I described everything that I could remember, mentioning the agent's body and the way I discovered her. There was a note too, which I read out to Charisse. I see. After I finished the line, went silent for several long moments. It doesn't seem like an act of intimidation, but it's most peculiar to leave a body in the sewer regardless. Her halting words sounded a little wary, the concern rippling through her voice. To be perfectly honest, this strikes me as the work of an independent rogue, or a serial killer rather than an assassin. Rather unnerving to say the least. The price of my therapy bills is going to be even more unnerving. Well, she's dead and what's done is done. No, that's rude. The price of my therapy bill. Charisse pointedly cleared her throat and just like that glided on to the next subject. Your timing as always is perfect. I recently received a message about a few problematic mortals. These past 2 nights it would appear they've been searching for vampires, most likely as part of some supernatural tabloid publication. She let out a quiet, weary exhale that suggested this kind of thing wasn't new. Normally they wouldn't do anything but a mild nuisance, except these mortals are dangerously close to the Mavar hideout on the beach. Rhino and his followers, animalistic and reckless as they are, might accidentally expose their true natures while the photographers are around. Therefore, to put things bluntly, I need to drive these humans away. You are up to the task, I assume. Okay, but why me? Because I have some degree of faith in your abilities, and you ought to make yourself useful. And perhaps more importantly, you're under less risk of being attacked by Mavar if they see you. Feel free to employ whatever means necessary. Just ensure that Randall's street urchins don't show their faces on the nightly news. Very well. Unless there's further business, I'll leave you to your devices. That's all good. That's all. Good night, Charisse. Leaving me to my devices is a bad idea. That's all. Good night, Charisse. Good night, Michiko. I don't think I want to throw more sass to her. With that, the line clicked off, and my second mission for Charisse came to an end. It seemed like this was going to be my new routine, at least until the war was over. So for better or worse, I'd have to settle into it. At the desk clerk's insistence, I changed into a bathroom and let the staff wash my disgusting clothes. By the time I returned to my room, I still swathed in a fluffy pink cotton. The sun's rays were beginning to loom dangerously on the horizon. Markus had promised to meet me tomorrow, so I definitely need a good night's rest. There was no telling what kind of interesting surprises he had in store. Crawling under the covers, I curled up in comforting darkness. Soon sleep took me away, blocking out the painful sun. The end of another night in Hollywood. I'm more excited about hanging out with Markus. I don't care about the stupid Sing David again situation, it'll be interesting because I didn't help him this time though. I glanced at the lobby's clock. Already 12:30. It felt like I'd been sitting here for ages. There was still no sign of Markus anywhere. Maybe he'd forgotten about his promise to pick me up. I waited for a phone call, then looked outside for him, and finally returned to the lobby's plush chairs to wait. Maybe I was better off doing something else. No! We're waiting a little while longer. I grabbed one of the lobby's magazines and flipped through it for a while. Did we get stood up? As I combed through the strange, sordid lives of Hollywood's up-and-coming stars, another half-hour passed. No sign of Markus. Well, if there was nothing else to do, it made sense to finish Charisse's next mission. The beach wasn't too far, so I'd be back before the night was over, unless something unexpectedly bad happened, which didn't seem too far-fetched. Oh, damn! We did get stood up. I'm sure he was busy. Charisse's car was parked idly outside the hotel, probably on standby. It was cheaper than a taxi and probably more reliable, so I slipped inside hoping the driver was free. A predictable silence greeted me after I sat down. Take me to the beach, please. The beach, you say? No, I think I have a different destination in mind tonight. The unexpected sound of a voice made me jump. When I jerked my head up to glance in the rearview mirror, Markus? What the waiting for me as a wizard waiting for you? A pair of glowing blue eyes gazed back at me. How the hell did you get in here? I was wondering when you'd turn up. Or would I freak out? Would me freaking out be silly? Or would he be like, wow, you're so unaware? I'll do the He screams back. Markus yelled back at me as if I'd startle him rather than the other way around. Goodness gracious, my poor heart. Don't do that to an old man, Michiko. He gave me a dangerously wide grin, drumming his fingers on the steering wheel. Now, are you ready to slay the spear of gravity, Michiko? Just sit back and relax. Let Sharon ferry you along. Sharon? I don't know how to pronounce that name. The next moment, Markus reached for the ignition, and before I knew what was happening... Hey, hello? We took off like lightning barreling down the street. More than a few cars honked at us, and I couldn't blame them. Markus weaved between lanes and shot through a red light, never taking his foot off the gas pedal. Whee! Oh, maybe don't do 60 miles per hour when the limit's 30. Hang on to the armrest. No, I would say wee, probably. Because, no, I shouldn't say it's gonna be bad. Never mind. Wing! Wow, different angle view. Markus rolled the window. Oh wait, no, it's just a closer shot, right? Markus rolled the windows down, turning the car into a wind tunnel, filling my ears with deafening roar and buffeting my face. Do you do this on the daily, Markus? Is this how you find your thrill? Because you're kind of immortal? He just turned threw me around, slamming my shoulder into the door repeatedly. Right, left, right. I couldn't even tell what direction we were going anymore, except maybe to hell. Then, when I finally managed to glance at the road ahead, I saw we were rapidly approaching an old lady in the crosswalk. But instead of braking, Markus only pressed the gas harder. 3 points? What the fuck? Markus, you're going to stop? I don't think he'll hit her. I don't know how to respond. I'll be quiet. Reaper won't be swinging by until later. As Markus yelled out the window to her, he swerved sharply, missing the woman by inches. The wheel screamed in protest and my head hit the window hard, stunning me for several seconds. Faster, faster? Dude, my head is hit. I don't think... What is going on? I think he just wants me to live life, you know? Oh god. We won't be seeing where we're going. Finally, we got onto a stretchy freeway where Markus slowed to a slightly less crazy speed. For a short time, he actually kept the car straight. But I looked up to see his feet on the steering wheel, hands clasped casually behind his head. Wait, what? I'm starting to believe I missed my true purpose in life as a chauffeur. Lunge forward to take the wheel. Who's chauffeur exactly? The Devils? Not to alarm you, but a 14-wheeler is merging in front of us. Who's chauffeur exactly? The Devils? This sounds like downright poetry. The Devil's chauffeur coming soon to a theater near you. At precisely that moment, the truck in front of us blared its horn, causing Markus's feet to jerk the wheel. We plummeted into another lane, heading straight for an exit curve, which Markus drifted through at top speed. It was hard to tell over the roaring wind, but I thought I heard sirens. I was gonna say, where's the popos? As soon as we were back on the city street, my seatbelt abruptly snapped free as if on cue. The next turn threw me in a sharp left and I tumbled to the floor, but just when I managed to pull myself upright again, we lurched to a sudden stop, which almost sent me flying through the windshield. Oh, I'm asking for death early on. As I gradually recovered my senses, I heard a soft sigh of contentment, then the sound of a door clicking open. Come now, sister, there's no time for a catnap. I felt 2 bony hands grasping my arms, hauling me out of the back seat. Where the hell are we? What? When my feet found the pavement, I staggered upright, feeling like a pair of socks tossed around in a dryer. A glance around me revealed that we landed on a dark, empty street somewhere that looked vaguely familiar. Are we going back to the sewers? Why, Michiko, you look ever so slightly frazzled. I didn't scramble your organs too much back there, did I? Oh, I do apologize. The wicked glimmer in his eyes made it difficult to take his apology very seriously. I didn't expect an old wise vampire to drive like that. That was amazing. We should do it again. Does Cherise know we borrowed her car? I'm gonna choose the first one. His nose wrinkled with obvious disgust. The true pinnacle of wisdom and delight is a second childhood. I would sooner roast myself in a tannin bed than become a sensible, tender-hearted Methuselah? Fair enough, but give me a warning next time, maybe? That would only be counterproductive. Listen, your almost fucking died. Markus shook his head gently, reminding me of a teacher chiding his lost student. Now, I know the ride may have been a little bumpy, but it was a necessary measure to keep the Red Queen and her knights from following us around, or anyone else who might be watching for that matter. Excuse me, I keep coughing my throat. For the truth, we are hunting is a shy beast and we don't want it scared away. Sliding his hand into his pockets, Markus began to wander down the street, casually leaving the abused sedan behind. I fell into a step beside him, still slightly dazed from our eventful trip. For whatever reason, Markus had driven us to a seemingly random spot. But I recognized some of the street signs, which meant we hadn't really gone far from Hollywood. Still, it felt so grim and remote that we could have been light years away from all the glamour and shine. I imagine you're wondering just why I decided to take you out here. Markus offered me a solemn murmur, pausing to glance at the skimpily clad women who emerged from an alley stumbling past us. On most nights, I go for a little sojourns around the city, taking in both the vampire and mortal masses. Sometimes I speak to them, other times I merely watch and listen. Both are equally essential, I have found. One can learn a great many things from Hollywood, provided one rips off the surface to understand their roots. You mean understand the corruption beneath it all, the way it affects society? I'm not sure I want to rip off the surface. You mean understand the corruption beneath it all? No, that much is already apparent to anyone with a few brain cells to rub together. What I mean is something more difficult to understand a thing by observing what isn't there, to compare how perceptions fit alongside reality. He waved a hand playfully over my eyes as if to banish some kind of illusion. Take myself, for example. Why, you'd be a fool to take most of my words seriously, let alone as the essence of truth. But inference, the fine arts of reading between the lines, learning from lies as well as truth, that goes quite a long way, especially here in Hollywood. He lightly kicked a rock on the sidewalk, letting it bounce forward a few feet, then kicking it again when we caught up to it. However, the first thing we truly need to do is... oh my. Trailing off suddenly, Markus blinked a few times, adjusting his sunglasses. When I followed his gaze forward, I saw someone emerging from around the corner just ahead of us. A white-haired, slender figure, hurrying down the street, his eyes darting around a little anxiously. Is that Heath? Of course it is. How could you ever mistake that nervous skittering? It's his telltale demeanor. Markus glanced at me, sounding puzzled at my surprise. And cupping his hand to his mouth, he called out loudly to Heath. Where is the current flowing tonight, I do wonder? Where is he going? Oh, is he getting drugs? He came to a sudden halt, swiveling abruptly to face us. His eyes were wide and defensive, like an animal ready to turn and bolt. Ah, I thought I sensed somebody. Heath's tense expression quickly warmed into a smile, his eyes drifting from Markus to linger on me. I wasn't expecting to see you two here, especially not together. What a coincidence. What are you doing out here? I could say the same for you, Mr. Polaroid. Marcus's tone was a little cool, though not directly hostile. Hostile? What are you doing out here, lost and alone, so far from the herd? Just business, like always. Heath idly fiddled with his cross pendant, rubbing it between his thumb and forefinger. Despite his smile, he seemed uncomfortable, maybe due to Marcus's unblinking stare. But maybe it's good we ran into each other. I've been meaning to talk to you, Michiko. How are you doing? I haven't seen you in a few days, and I wanted to make sure you were getting on alright. I'm doing pretty well, actually. No, not bad, just a little, dazed. I spent last night in the sewer, and tonight I almost died. Life's peachy. I like that one. Almost died. His eyes flicked towards Markus, though only for a split second. Are you sure you're alright? If you need to tell me anything, you know you can. Michiko has just begun to discover her new life. Markus interjected calmly, shifting a little closer to my side. Oh? His stance was oddly protective, looming over both Heath and me in different ways. Of course, such a thing is never easy, but you'd be committing a great injustice if you doubted her capabilities. I don't doubt her capabilities, Markus. Then you must doubt mine instead. But is Markus seeing something? Because he's a Golgotha. He could see, like, spirits or whatever, right? Marcus's accusation made Heath fall silent. The atmosphere grew oppressively tense, but it seemed to disturb Heath more than Markus, who only watched me expectantly. I'm fine, Heath, really, but thanks for asking. I trust Markus, you don't need to worry about me. So how's everyone's night going? I trust Markus. Ah, if you say so, then I believe you. Despite his words, he'd look unconvinced, biting his lip in lingering concern. But if you ever need someone else to fall back on, you know I'm here. No, what are you doing? What are you doing out here? Are you getting drugs again, Heath? You might have to slip away, though, since I don't think Markus will want to share his new protege. When Marcus's flat expression didn't shift an inch, he let out a soft sigh. Well, I should be getting back to the hotel, I think. But if you two are going ahead on foot, you might want to be careful. When I was coming this way earlier, I passed a horrible fight. There were vampires, but I don't know which houses they were from. His voice fell to a solemn, uneasy murmur, eyes shifting away from us hesitantly. Somewhere not far off, I heard the low rumbling of thunder, filling the gap of silence. It's a little too late to turn back now, I'm afraid. Speaking up again, Markus offered us a casual shrug. We're merely out for a short evening stroll, a celebration of our new journey together. But if something were to happen, well... I felt his hand lightly pat my head more playfully than patronizing, probably. I'm certain Michiko's charm will rescue us from many unpleasant situations. Isn't that right, Michiko? Flash him a smirk? Wait, shouldn't you be protecting me, of course? I'll flash him a smirk. He shot Markus a long look, his brow knit in concern. Please don't take it so lightly. I don't want to wake up to a report that you're both... Slowly trailing off, he lowered his head a little. I thought I glimpsed Markus rolling his eyes for a split second, although I couldn't be sure. Before I forget, you came here from the hotel, didn't you? Was Sherese's car still there when you left? She called me earlier and said it was gone. I wonder if there is some sort of sabotage attempt. How strange. We'll let you know if we see it. Well, actually, nope, no idea. I don't know. How strange. We'll let you know if we see it. Nope, no idea. Indeed, quite a mystery. I can only imagine what kind of dastardly thief would steal a car. Markus intoning solemnly, putting on a dark frown. What's next? Will they be finding ways to watch films illegally on the internet? Gasp! As he spoke, I heard a car approaching us from down the street. He quickly glanced up, raising a hand to wave at it. Ah, there's a taxi. I'll take it back to the hotel, I think. But enjoy your night, you two. He seemed a little eager to leave, although he gave me a last long look as he turned away. Good night! Good night, Michiko. Stepping down from the curb, he climbed gracefully into the parked taxi. It took off as soon as he closed the door, zooming down the empty street. Markus watched the car intently as it drove away, his glowing gaze seemingly following it even after it turned out of sight. Just then, another low rumble of thunder echoed around us. And this is where I'm gonna actually stop, because I'm way over freaking time. I really enjoy Markus's route. He seems very caring of us when he needs to be playing as that role to be caring to us. I don't know if it's genuine or not. I don't know. I feel like he does maybe see us as a sister and not anything more. It's because we're like his underling and we're his new like not experiment, his new I don't know I don't know the word. It's something new for him after probably many years of doing the same shit. But anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.